I'll tell you what. So everyone speaks. Let's go down the row and say what instrument they play and what they're most ashamed of in their life. We'll start with Matt.
I used to play the tambourine in the band. They took it away. And they also took away my cowbell. And, basically, I was in the rock critics course. I used to be a rock critic. That's how I snuck into the band. I was a rock critic with Greil Marcus and Joel Sullivan and Dave Marsh. And we sang backup vocals. And gradually, they reduced our part in the performance to just singing the title of the song. So, and yes, that is my most shameful.
You don't have to do the shameful thing.
Oh, I have to say the reason why I didn't go on the tour with you guys is because that very first bus tour, the one that lasted 10 blocks, the smell in that Van Halen bus was so horrible, I didn't think I could survive, so that's why.
But what actually do you play on stage?
Yeah. What do I play? The spoons. I don't. I back up vocals. Uh-huh. And that's the honest thing. I so back
really
up.
At the minimum.
I've got a kazoo and I'm going to use it, okay?
So you have the least talent, musical talent. So that's
yes, even in this band, I am the least talented. Yes. And that is really saying something.
I was going to say, Matt stands, this is really true, whenever, and you see, there'll be like a bunch of people gathering around a microphone, and Matt is always like 5 feet away from them, and if you go by him, he's not actually making any noise.
I learned that in Sunday school, when you don't want to sing and you just, you mouth the words and stuff. In fact, I'm nervous because I haven't performed with the band for such a long time. I forgot some of the lyrics, and I emailed Dave and asked, what are the lyrics of Wild Thing? And he wrote me back. The buildup is not worth it, believe me. Wait, where is it? Well, he said, it was something like, he said, wild thing, you make my heart sing, ping, ping, pong, ping, ding, ding, dong, ding, etc. Good luck, Dave.
I play guitar in the band. I would say that Dave and I together add up to one really decent guitar player. Yeah. I was added to this band for diversity, I think. I'm the only Southerner, and I'm the only, I was added for hair, I think. Also. And I think I'm constantly in danger of being booted from the band because I do play in tune.
I play bass in the band, and I was not witness to this moment, but on these bus trips, you get incredibly tired, of course, because you sleep on the bus. And the brilliance of this 10-city bus tour we did was that we got a bus with no berths to sleep in. So you slept sitting up. And although I wasn't aware of it, I was told later that at some point I fell asleep and my loving, trusting friends were putting candy bars into my mouth as I slept. That's my most shameful moment.
Those weren't candy bars.
It was a long night ride. Scott?
Well, earlier this week, the guy who was my best friend when I was 8 years old, who I hadn't seen in 20 years, came to see me because he wanted to meet Dave Barry. And after he had met Dave Barry, he had to talk to me, and he said, the way I remember this, you had absolutely no musical talent of any kind. He said, what has changed? And the answer is nothing. Nothing has changed. I took Matt's place, and I'm probably better at it than he is. I am the true rock bottom of the rock bottom remainders. For them, it's a name, but for me, it's an adjective.
So there seems to be some competition between who's worst, you and Matt. Well, we'll find out. Kathy?
Well, every band is supposed to have 3 chick singers, right? A blonde, which in our case would be Scott, a brunette, and a redhead, and I'm the redhead. And I guess my most shameful moment is the time I made a bet with Dave Barry that I could be one of the guys on tour. And I was so pathetic at being one of the guys
For example, that's my role.
Well, you know, there was the ping on the side of the road thing for starters. That was the problem right away. You know, we don't need to go into.
Okay.
Anyway.
Roger, you don't have to. We know you're good. It's just shameful.
They hired me as a ringer. You know, I'm supposed to go out there and play. So I know how to play a few songs pretty well, and so we do the same ones every time. So we know we're going to get that right. And when we do it in a way that it sounds really good out there, because you know, they turn certain things down.
So really, your most
Like
shameful
everything.
moment is actually just being up there.
Just being associated with, you know, with this band.
Yeah, we can't figure out why when we play with Roger, you know, we all do this, but only his guitar. We don't know how he does that. And it's-
Dave, you, what do you?
Oh, I played the guitar. Greg and I together are the guitar player.
Right.
There's 6 strings between us total, and that's what we've been told is what you need.
Because they break, and
Yeah.
suddenly like 2 end up on one, and 4 end up on
Well,
another.
the tuning thing, that's all new to us. That's Roger. That's Roger bringing in that perfectionism. You know? Yeah, he's like always tuning.
A little
Tuning
tuner.
machine. Yeah.
He just goes around tuning. You know, get a life, Roger.
Mitch?
Well, I play the keyboards in the band, and I also do the Elvis Presley impersonation, which is probably, I guess, the answer to the second part of your question. And just so that anyone might not, you know, you might think you're in this big hall hearing people on stage and Steve Martin, this must be some kind of band experience. I'll tell you, the other night in Seattle, because we play for charity, because obviously why would anybody pay us? I went off stage to change into my Elvis costume, which is a big Elvis wig, sunglasses, a gold lame jacket, and all the whole thing, and like a prison suit underneath it for Jailhouse Rock. And I'm sitting on the side of the stage dressed as Elvis, waiting to go on. And I'm trying to think, you know, this is a big gig, and I'm dressed as Elvis. I'm feeling a little Elvis. And there was an auction going on for like this guitar, for Roger's guitar, during the course of the night, because we're raising money for charity. And one of the gentlemen from America Scores comes up to me as I'm sitting dressed as Elvis and says, "You're on next, right?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Would you announce that the guitar bid is up to $3,000? So it's not that big a band.
Amy?
I bring family values to the band. I am the author of a children's book called Sagwa. And so what I try to instill in the band is a little bit of discipline. And what I play is the whip. And when they are off key or a little slow, I just whip them, you know? And I stand there and I yell and I whip them good. Sometimes
You must whip it.
I have this line where I just say, "Bend over, boys." And they do. You know, the weird thing though
Who
is
wouldn't?
that
I mean,
I don't know why, but the drummer just doesn't take my lead when I tell him I'm done whipping. He just keeps playing, you know, and so I just have to keep whipping them.
Can I just say that Amy, we got hate mail because of Amy's whip. We have a website, and Amy, and it shows a picture of Amy dressed in, you're wearing like a dog collar and leathers, right? Am I right?
Yeah, spikes.
And boots
you
and
know.
everything. And we got this very technical letter to the website from a person who said that we were she was mixing her cymbals.
Submissive and flogger didn't go together, and so
And like really offended that, you know, you would put the two, submissive and flogger together.
but also that I didn't acknowledge the culture, you know, so I will say it now, I acknowledge the subculture that I borrowed this from, which is the Asian American BDSM club.
boy, oh boy, we've really gotten off the track.